So today I'm going to touch on how to live with passion and purpose in your relationship. And this topic is something that I struggle with and that I am still working on every single day so that me and my partner can be excited about life and do this journey called life together and actually be excited about spending the rest of our lives together. Hello, beautiful souls. It's LaQuinta from Whole Beauty Wellness. Welcome back to our space where we talk about success habits to thrive and live with more passion and purpose in life. So I want to talk about some things that has worked for me in my relationship and that is still working for me in my relationship. So I want to give you some tools and some tips on how to live with passion and purpose. The reason why this is important because for me, when my relationship is in trouble, when we're going through some things, it's hard for me to focus on myself. It's hard for me to focus on my well-being because that energy leak is draining me. I love to just get to the bottom of the situation, come up with the solution to the problem, and move on because when you let that stuff just linger, it's hard for you to show up in other areas in life and be more intentional. So if you're like me, I like to just nip it in the bud, get things accomplished, and find out solutions to the problem so we can move on and be happier. So I had to learn everything I know by trial and error. So I made a lot of mistakes in my relationship, but I usually learn from them. I usually try to do better and try to move forward to do better in future situations that may come up. When you're together 1, 2, 3, 4 years, even 40 years, you fall in love with someone who is not who you are with later on down the line. So you have to be willing to fall in love with the person who's growing. You have to get to know this new person. So that can be a challenge sometimes because when you are someone totally different than you were 5 years ago or a year ago, that can be hard adjusting to this new person, this new way of being, or this new way of living. So it's awesome to stay connected, to just know that you are continuing to grow and learn each other, and just be open for new things, be open for new challenges, be open for any possibility, and take full responsibility for your part or your role when you make mistakes so that things can get better. Okay, so now I'm gonna get into the tips. So one thing I've learned is to detach myself from the outcome and just give it my all. Just be fully in, because a lot of times we're working so hard, we're doing our best, and we're not getting the results that we want. When you totally detach yourself from the outcome and when you're giving it your all and you know you're giving it your all, that's all you can really do. So therapy is frowned upon in relationships. Most men, including mine, does not usually want to go to therapy, but I'm telling you, when you go to therapy and you sit with someone else, they can explain to you and explain to him what you guys are trying to say. Because I remember being there and I would just sit and listen to him speak to her about me, and I was able to see myself in a different light when he was explaining me to someone else instead of him explaining me or what I'm doing to myself. So be open to a third party coming into your relationship and getting to the bottom of the problem so that you guys can show up being better and just doing better. Having that professional help to guide you and lead you to more understanding will be a game changer for your relationship. So just be open to the unknown. Be open to new things, because when you close yourself off and you're not open, it's hard to grow. Next thing I want to talk about is both people in a relationship has to really get to know themselves and what they desire for themselves, not what someone else desire for you. So when you get to know yourself and find out exactly who you are and what you were meant to be on this earth, you won't have to need someone to validate you and how you show up. So fully get to know yourself. Go for walks and journal and read your affirmations and work out and eat healthy, and those things build your strength so that you can just show up being great, because there's no need to wait for some man or some woman to determine who you are and what you stand for. So as soon as you get to know yourself, I'm telling you, that's going to enhance your relationship, and that's going to have you live with more purpose and passion in life as well. Be open to constructive criticism. A lot of times when our partners tell us something about ourselves, sometimes it stings, sometimes it really hurts. But if you know this is something that you struggle with, for me, it's procrastination. I am a procrastinator. Sometimes I just don't want to do things. I know what's right for me and I just don't want to do it. And maybe he'll bring that to my attention. I'm like, what are you saying? But it's good for you to listen to your partner and be open and not take things personally, because if you're with a good person, they have your best interests at heart. Don't be so defensive. Don't be so feeling like they're attacking you when they're just trying to help. The last and most important thing is take out time to connect with each other. Just sit on the couch without your cell phones, without the TV, and just talk about how your day was. Talk about, some of your goals and your dreams. Talk about the upcoming vacation you want to plan. Just connect with your partner without the electronic, without the outside noise. That right there will shift your relationship and just make you more fulfilled and more happy, because a lot of times we're missing that connection. We're missing that passion from our partner. So just take out time, spend quality time together, and get to know each other more. It's also when you're learning new things about each other and when you're growing together and experiencing life together. So those are some tips and those are some tools that you can use and you can apply to your relationship to be happier. Now, I'm no relationship expert. All I do is go off what works for me and the things that I've applied to my life so that I can do better. So I want to hear from you. What do you do? What are you currently doing to make your relationship more passionate, more happier, and more fulfilling? What is something that you and your partner do together? Please comment, like this video, and share this with someone who you think that this video will be useful for. Thank you for watching. Bye now. Until next time.